Hey Waffle Gang, I do hope you're well. My name is Mark and today we're checking out some more Reddit stories, and if you do love a Reddit story, why not consider hitting that like, subscribe, maybe that notification bell too, and let's crack on with today's first story. Much love, guys. Now, before we do get into today's story, I do want to give you a warning. In case you want to skip it, of course, it does contain talk of suicide within it. So if you do want to skip it, timestamps are always down in the description and along the timeline below. Thank you. And it's from Danielle K7238 and says, my boyfriend stole my necklace and gifted it to his sister. Serious advice needed because I am lost. I, female, have been with my boyfriend, I call him Adam, for almost a year now. I met him through my master's degree in the UK. When I was a sophomore in college, I had a long-term boyfriend, who I'll call Kyle, who took his own life. We were together for 3 years and I would never wish the pain of losing someone like that on my worst enemy. When we started college, Kyle gifted me a locket with the word "most" engraved on the back of it. It was our thing. It meant he loved me most. Sappy, but it was ours. Since his passing, this has been my most valuable possession and I do not go anywhere without it. It is my last piece of Kyle. After finishing my degree and struggling the entire time, I decided that I needed to get out of town where everything happened and decided to study my master's degree in the UK, which is where I met Adam. He's the first person I've allowed myself to love since losing Kyle. I really loved our relationship up until this. If it is true, we'll never be able to forgive him. Adam has always been insecure of Kyle, asking hypothetical questions like if Kyle was still alive, would I still be with him? And would I prefer about him over Kyle, etc, etc. I usually dodge the questions and never give him an answer, as I don't condone these type of questions and I don't want to feed into it. We have also had to have several conversations regarding Adam talking badly about Kyle. He also dislikes if I post about Kyle on his birthday or death anniversary or have hard days. He sees this as that I don't love him and I'm still hung up on Kyle. No matter how many years that pass and how much I love Adam, Kyle was my first and his life was cut short. He was also my best friend. I will mourn his life forever, even if I have moved on romantically. He knows how much this necklace from Kyle means to me and how devastated I've been these last 2 weeks frantically searching our apartment for it. I took a shower one day and set the necklace in the same place I always do. When I came out the shower, it was gone, and Adam swears he has no idea where it is, and it must have fallen somewhere and got lost. I've been beside myself, spent nights in tears over losing this. Adam has a sister who we will call Jane. Jane recently celebrated her 21st birthday. I'm in her Snapchat private story where she posted the beautiful locket that her big brother got her for a special day. It was the same locket. I know it because it has the same engraving on the back. I don't know how Adam explained that one, but he must have somehow. Me and Jane are not particularly close, and that isn't something I feel I can just confront her about casually. I also feel silly bringing it up to Adam in case it isn't the same locket and I'm just going insane. I'm looking for excuses because I was careless and lost it. I don't see where else Adam would have got this locket, as it was made for me by a small business back in the States. She was local to Kyle and I, and her work has always been my favorite. Advice on how to ask Adam about this. I know if I do, he'll deny it either way, and this locket means the world to me. I need it back. Thanks. Let's face it, that is the locket, and frankly, there is no way back from what he's done to you here. He's destroyed your trust, and I can't see him changing anytime soon about his thoughts of Kyle. He knew how much that meant to you, and then somehow gifted it to his sister like you're not going to see it one day. I mean, what the fuck? And I'm sorry to be blunt about it, but I think that's the end of that for between you two. But in regards to your necklace, you want it back. I would just talk to Adam's sister immediately and say what's happened. I'm pretty sure she's going to be devastated that her brother's done this as well. If I was in that sister's position and someone came up to me and told me that, I would be devastated. And of course, immediately give that necklace back. Someone else said the same and said reaching out to the sister, and OP said, I don't intend to stay with my boyfriend. I just need to figure out a way to make sure I get the necklace back. I mean, There's always police involvement as well, right? OP on needing to end the relationship and move her things out. OP says the relationship will definitely be done. It is just tricky. We share an apartment. His name is on the lease as he's from the UK and I'm American. Working out the best way around it so I don't become homeless and trying to scrape together enough for a trip home for a while. Someone says, can I ask, what are your thoughts on his red flag behaviors being jealous of a person who died prematurely? It seems like it didn't occur to you that those are massive red flags before the necklace theft. OP says I have noticed there are red flags. I guess I've just excused them as Adam is the first person I've found myself having those feelings for again. Also, we share an apartment. His name is on the lease because he is from the UK and I'm from the States. I'm also a student trying to scrape together enough money to go back home for a while. I know it's a stupid reason to stay in a disrespectful relationship, but this is a foreign country and I'm mostly alone here. Another commenter says if he denies it, tell him to produce the receipt or bank statement from the purchase. If he claims he paid cash, ask him what jewelry store or site he bought it from. Reach out to them to see if they ever sold something like that. Then, when he can't prove he bought it, send photos of yourself wearing the locket to his sister and let her know that Adam stole it from you. If she knows about your late boyfriend, you can let her know that it's the last piece you have of him and you need it back. Hopefully she's a good person and returns it. He's competing with your late partner. Once you get your locket back, leave. And the comments pretty much just went down that path. OP comes in with her update and says, thanks everyone for all the advice. It's been almost 3 weeks since I posted and I didn't plan to update, but I've sent a few comments asking for one. A day or two after the initial post, I confronted Adam about the locket. He claimed he did not know what I was talking about and he couldn't believe I could be as cold as to accuse him of this. When he asked for receipts or any proof that the locket was not the same as mine, he couldn't produce any and got angry and stormed out of our apartment. He came back that night, tried to gaslight me into believing I was the one who created a problem out of nothing, and even that the necklace he got his sister had no engraving whatsoever. Unlucky for him, I'd contacted his mum while he was away, stated that I had misplaced my locket and was wondering if it had accidentally taken home by Adam when he was visiting. She got back to me pretty quickly saying that she had found my necklace on my daughter Jane's present pile stacked away in a corner. She said that she would return the necklace to me as soon as possible and that herself or Jane must have mistaken it for one of her presents and put it back in the pile. She promised me that she would keep hold of it in her room until she got the chance to return it. Immediately after I had confirmation that Adam's mum had the locket, I booked the cheapest flight home I could find and asked his mum for a lift to the airport. That way she could return the necklace. She agreed, and after that I sat planning exactly how I would tell Adam that we were breaking up. I didn't need him to admit to stealing the necklace. The fact that I had enough doubt in my mind that I knew he had taken it was enough for me to know that this relationship was going nowhere. I just wanted my necklace back. I stayed with Adam until my flight, which was about a week ago. I let him and his mum drive me to the airport. I left a note, breaking up with him, telling him that my friends would be by to pick up my stuff and move it between their flats. I took a leave of absence from uni until I work out where I'm going to stay when I get back to the UK, and I've contacted my landlord about taking my name off the lease. When Adam's mum gave me back my necklace, his face was priceless. He looked like a deer in the headlights. He was so angry, but he couldn't show it in front of his mum. His sister Jane hasn't once questioned the missing necklace, and it's been around 2 weeks now. I doubt she will ever notice. She is rather spoiled. I am glad to update that I'm safe. I am back home with my necklace from Kyle. I'm just home from visiting his grave, telling him this entire story and laughing about it. It reminded me that I should update and probably hold higher standards in men for myself. Thank you for your love and support. And the top comment on this one said, wow, what a roller coaster. It sounds like you handled that situation with some serious finesse. Confronting him, getting the necklace back and breaking free, all while keeping your dignity intact. That's impressive. You can just picture Adam's face when his mum handed back your necklace. Talk about a plot twist. It's like he thought he was playing chess, but you were playing 4D checkers. I'm so glad you're back home, and it's awesome that you took the time to visit Kyle's grave and share a laugh about it. Here's to higher standards and better men in your future. Absolutely. And yeah, there was no other way around this after what he'd done. It was obvious that he's the one that stole the necklace. From your story, there was nothing else it